This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Ned Hollowell. Flow naturally transforms a weakling into a muscle man, a sketcher into an artist, a dancer into a ballerina, a plodder into a sprinter, an ordinary person into someone extraordinary. Everything you do better in flow. From baking a chocolate cake, to planning a vacation, to solving a differential equation, to writing a business plan, to playing tennis, to making love. Flow is the doorway to the more most of us seek. Rather than telling ourselves to get used to it, that's all there is. Instead, learn how to enter into flow. There you will find, in manageable doses, all the more you need. Flow is an optimal state of consciousness, a peak state where we both feel our best and perform our best. It is a transformation available to anyone, anywhere, provided that certain initial conditions are met. Everyone from assembly line workers in Detroit to jazz musicians in Algeria to software designers in Mumbai rely on flow to drive performance and accelerate innovation. And it's quite a driver. Researchers now believe flow sits at the heart of almost every athletic championship, underpins major scientific breakthroughs, and accounts for significant progress in the arts. World leaders have sung the praises of flow. Fortune 500 CEOs have built corporate philosophies around the state. From a quality of life perspective, psychologists have found that the people who have the most flow in their lives are the happiest people on earth. Put differently, a recent Gallup survey found that 71% of American workers were not engaged or actively disengaged from their jobs. Think about this for a moment. 2 out of 3 of us hate what we do with the majority of our time. This is a crisis of commerce, to say the least. Yet we already know where the solution lies. The other 29% of workers have jobs that generate flow. Flow directly correlates to happiness at work, and happiness at work directly correlates to success. As CNN recently reported, a decade of research in the business world proves happiness raises nearly every business and educational outcome, raising sales by 37%, productivity by 31%, and accuracy on tasks by 19%, as well as a myriad of health and quality of life improvements. Yet, there's a rub. Flow might be the most desirable state on earth. It's also the most elusive. While seekers have spent centuries trying, no one has found a reliable way to reproduce the experience, let alone with enough consistently to radically accelerate performance. But this is not the case with action and adventure sports athletes. Quite simply, the zone is the only reason these athletes are surviving the big mountains, big waves, and big rivers. When you're pushing the limits of ultimate human performance, the choice is stark. It's flow or die. Ironically, this is very good news. Scientists have lately made enormous progress on flow. Advancements in brain imaging technologies like fMRI and consumer quantified self devices like the Nike Fuel Band allow us to apply serious metrics where once was merely subjective experience. Until now, there's been no way to tie all this disparate information together. But recent events in action and adventure sports solve this problem. Knowing that survival demands flow gives us a hard data set with which to work. We don't have to wonder if our research subjects are really in flow. If they live through the impossible, we can be certain. Moreover, by mapping this new science onto these extreme activities, we can start to understand exactly how flow works its magic. Finally, if we can figure out exactly what these athletes are doing to reliably reproduce this state, then we can apply this knowledge across the additional domains of self and society. In other words, despite the unusual them at the center of this story, this book is really about us, you and me. Who doesn't want to know how to be their best when it matters most? to be more creative, more contented, more consumed, to soar and not to sink. As the deeds of the